welcome into this, what did I name it? Pick a card of your romantic connection. My intention for this reading is for us to find the direction towards your most heart-centered, most aligned with your desires of your soul desires, your true desires of what you want in a relationship. Or it's finding that true connection through understanding what you really want. But more than understanding what you really want, I intend this reading to show you what currently is, which is going to be in alignment with seeing what you really want, but hopefully it's more, it's less directional. It's less like I'm doing this to see this. It's more like, or to find this, or to have any one particular stance on relationships or the kind of relationships you're wanting or having. It's more about it's more about the having. It's more about seeing what currently is. Yeah, so we're looking at your current connection, your current romantic relationship with presumably one particular soul, but you can choose multiple souls for the same pile or multiple piles, and this is for all beings, so they don't have to be of your species, and you can have met them. They can be from the past, present, or future. And I feel like I had other stuff to say, but I don't remember what. I began this during my own reading, so I'm packing that away now. I guess I'll just show the cards now. I feel like I had one more thing to say. No? Okay, so here are your piles on the screen. Pile 1 is serious, pile 2 is beech tree, pile 3 is fairies, pile 4 is Pleiades, and pile 5 is another universe. Okay, welcome in pile number 1. Let's bring your... Stop. I can't believe I did that. So you're an extra special pile because I collected a couple things on a walk. Well, one thing that I actually have here. But I collected some photos also that I'll show at some point probably. One of the things I collected for you was an eggshell. I haven't found an eggshell for like years. Okay, I don't know how. But literally just then I like smashed it. So this is about your partner. So the main message that I was feeling with your soul connection, your romantic connection. My hair looked crazy then. Was that they're going through like a rebirth. They are... Let me show you the cards, I guess. But yeah, everything for them feels like all over the place because they're going through big transitions. I would say that regardless of if you have known this person, this being in the past or not, from what they used to be, they are becoming completely anew. Okay, so pile 1, let's show your cards. I'll put the shell just on the desk. So you got the serious card, which chose the serious card. Well, for them, they are the serious card, which is kind of funny because I've written like notes for them for each pile. And the first thing that came through of your connection is that they are very serious. And it's just funny because it sounds like serious. Oh yeah, right. Series B. I wonder why I didn't say Sirius B in the intro. And it's because I couldn't quite see the card, even though the thought came to my mind. So there's just so much unknown to this person, to this being, to this connection. Okay, I have a lot to get through of like messages. I'll show you your cards. So the next ones after Sirius B are a set of character cards I have. So you have this one, which is Shi-san from a manga. And you have Cecilia from Hololive. It doesn't really matter what they are, I'll just explain. If you know, you know, if not, it's fine. And you also got a blank card. So when I was getting your card, I got Shi-san, which is a very serious character. Very, he has a purpose. He has a very strong purpose. And he's very dedicated. What's the word I want to put there? Essentially, your connection has a very like put together aura. They could be very into their career or their chosen path. It's like everyone around them, probably including you, see them as having a very strong sense of purpose or just having direction. Like they have it together. They're put together. At the start, so I didn't actually have the Cecilia. I had Shi-san and a blank card, and I ended up having to wait ages to do this reading. Like I had the piles out for ages, but I think part of that reason at least was because I hadn't drawn Cecilia yet, and that is probably why you got the blank card. Half. There's more to that, but part of it is because Cecilia was a card for you, for your connection. And Cecilia, what I'm being drawn to is A, the fact that she's a robot, but B, that she's like very, very cheeky. But what's being drawn to me now is actually the robot part mainly. Yeah, this connection I think could be very confusing to you because it seems as though they are extremely emotional and yet they are extremely detached from their emotions. I need to put my hair up. I kept getting the message like, no, leave it down. And I didn't know why, but I can't. Maybe it's because I was supposed to put it up in this part of the reading. I'll probably end up taking it out anyway. They are just very, I feel like no one knows them. No one knows them, including themselves. But I feel like the majority of them will have a strong interest in knowing. Yeah. They have a very thinking mind. Curious mind? Not quite the word. I'll continue with the cards. So they also got magic and perception. As well as, yeah, they do feel very magical. As well as also another serious card. So they could definitely resonate with being from Sirius. As well as the heart chakra gateway, love capacity expansion, which feels like they're going through this expansion. Again with the message of, oh yeah, more clearly here. What is it? Seahorse spirit, create the unexpected. Unexpected is it is this pile, this connection, but it's also like it can't fully be the unexpected because they're already so hard to put into words or understand that it's like you don't expect much from them anyway, because you can't, because they're that mysterious. They're very the color black. Oh yeah, they had the black pen too. Very mysterious. Very, very deep. But I feel like it's like Shi-san is the very deep, mysterious character, and Cecilia is just a very playful, it's like feeler and thinker. Yeah, this being is very multifaceted and very, they feel very whole, like they are both quite balanced in their masculine and femininity. So I'll read what I have. The first thing, so I was kind of like channeling them when I was writing these, and at the very top, I feel like it was at the top, I wrote these ages ago. The first thing I heard was do it properly. Like I wasn't sure how to write it out, and I was like about to just kind of scribble it out, but then they were like, no, do it properly. They feel very particular. If they're going to do something, they're going to do it well. At least according to their mentality, or that is their intention. Yeah, and they're not like, it's really, really hard to understand them. I feel like they almost purposefully give off a different exterior, like a different version of self, to like hide that sensitivity within. Because I think that they're extremely emotional. Like extremely emotional. I feel like this is the sort of being that would also take their time in a connection. Like they would, it's like, do it properly. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it well. And they need to be sure. I feel like this soul is very cautious, and they're very cautious because they're very aware of, or at least subconsciously very aware of their own nature, which is very emotional and easily hurt. When they share their heart, they're really sharing the entirety of their being. It's not something they take lightly. Yeah, connections are not things that they take lightly. Okay, so we have that they're serious, do it properly in quotation marks, and another quotation marks we have, we are connected in more ways than one. Yeah, again with all the water, like they have the water creature, they have the literal heart, they have Sirius B, and they have another Sirius. I wonder if this Sirius is coming across as watery or not. This part kind of looks like putting the hand through like a liquid water portal thing. But no, this feels... It's really hard to describe because it feels as though it should be really airy, and it does. It feels really airy, very logical. Again, we have that they're both in their masculine of logic and feminine of emotion. But it's like they weave together, like within their logic, they navigate through it emotionally, and within their emotions they navigate through it mentally, understanding it. I do get that they like to understand themselves a lot. What I'm having trouble describing with this is that it is very airy, very logical, very masculine, but it's also so feminine and watery too. It's like I'm seeing the galaxy part as very flowy and feminine. Yeah, with all that galaxy, just there's so much feminine energy here. But I feel like they give off a very masculine energy. Okay, let's continue. We are connected in more ways than one. That felt like a strong message for you. Like their soul wanted you to feel that. Which is why I'm kind of not moving on to the next one, because I feel like that wanted to have an emphasis, that wanted to be really felt within you, for you to really know that, feel that. We are connected in more ways than one. Because I feel like you all have a primary way of connecting with them, which I wonder if that, let's look. I was going to say, I wonder if that will look different for all of you. We'll see. Does it look different for all of you? What is your primary way of connecting? Because again, the message would be there's more than just that. Remembrance. Past lives. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. I feel like your primary way of connecting with them is extremely, extremely intuitive. Especially since it feels like if this is a being in the physical, they would have a lot of, or I guess it doesn't have to be in the physical, in general they would have their guard up. Unless you're, not unless, no matter what dynamic you have with them, I feel like your primary way of connecting with them is very intuitive and it's not so practical. And I think that you might wonder if they feel the same connection as you do. What's the message there then? Do they? Seeing the blank card. Which, when I showed it, this isn't what my initial thought of when I saw the blank. It was more about the like mystery. It's you don't know. But when I held it up and said that, I felt like the perspective of some of you this would mean like, no, they don't feel that. So I'm taking that message not as the truth, but as your perspective. You likely feel that they don't feel the connection that you do. But I feel like that could be a big part of why this reading is being brought to you, to bring more awareness to their side of it. This entire reading isn't really supposed to be talking about the connection. It's like I wanted it not to be even talking about you and them. I wanted it to be talking about them. And I think the reason for you I can't words, is because, now I lost it. Yeah, to see their perspective. Because I think that you think they have no perspective of you. Or that I feel like you don't know if you like their perspective of you. It's not necessarily liking it or not. It's like you just don't know if they feel that past life you feeling, or that soul. You don't know if they feel the magic of the connection, the undercurrent. because I feel like it's so hard for you to understand. I feel like you're naturally very perceptive, so I feel like this connection could like mind boggle you a bit, because it's like, why can't I understand it? Where was I going with that? Yeah, it's like you just don't know if they feel, you don't know what sort of awareness they have of you, or of this connection. But more than that, it's like their awareness in general, like how they navigate through life, what they feel. Because I feel like you're aware that they are deep and emotional, because I feel like that is part of your draw to them. I'm being shown it, like part of it, not the whole thing, but you recognize their depth, but you're not sure if they recognize it. And we will get an answer for that. It feels like they do, though, because we are connected in more ways than one, is the quote that I got. But it felt like that came from their higher self, like their soul, as opposed to their consciousness, their more like grounded self. Okay, we'll come back to that, or it'll make itself clearer as we go along. The next bullet point I have, what's on the back of this? Because I remember kind of maybe I wrote something on one of the others. At the back. Yeah, because this part says ancient. This is, I just broke off paper that I had already written on the back and just wrote on the front. And your part of that back says ancient. Or their part of the back. It always just feels like ancient memories, what you remember of this connection. Your true connection. Yeah. Basically, I feel like this reading, the question is, do they feel the truth of this connection? Because I feel like you're like somewhat aware of it. There's a lot to unpack. Like the depth of not just them now, but your connection together goes very far. Okay. Continuing, we have that they're intimidating to some. Like they have a very strong presence, especially that it is both so strong in their masculine and their feminine. They hold a lot of power, whether they recognize that or not. I feel like they're very humble. I feel like, you know, that message of like the unexpected and expansion. This whole expansion, this whole like shedding, becoming anew that they're going through, I feel like that is very much in relation to their relation to their own power, to their own self, seeing who they really are. Because I think that a lot of other people can see it more than them, or in the past could, but I feel like they're coming into a state where they're seeing it more than others even. Yeah, their awareness, I feel like they're going through like a very, like a snappy kind of expansion or awareness. It's like they'll see themselves and they won't be able to unsee themselves from there. I heard like they might try. Just as like a lot of awakenings kind of go, you go up and then you down, you remember, then you unremember, so on. But for the most part, I feel like this is more, they'll see it and then they'll become it, regardless of what resistances they may have along the way. Yeah, it's like they need to shake off a lot. They have a lot to shake off, is what it feels like. Yeah. And I wonder if you've seen that. You feel like such an observer. You feel like... Okay, I'll explain it this way. I feel like a lot of people who could come to this kind of reading, they would kind of like attach themselves within it. Is that the best way to explain it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. They would kind of attach themselves in the reading, but you right now to me feel very observant. You're detached from it. It's not that you're like detached. That word doesn't like fully resonate. Because it's like you're invested, but you're not holding on, or you're not like pushing yourself in. And I feel like this is probably, yeah, this is how you are within this connection, not just like within this reading, but in this connection in general. Because the way I was seeing it before, when I was saying the way you connect is very intuitive, that to me felt like you were watching them still. It's like, I feel like you recognize where they are at, to the most part at least, and I heard like, or like saw like, no, to a very accurate degree. You recognize where they're at, and you recognize that they're needing space, and it's almost like you're providing them, you're stepping back and providing them with that space, because you see that they will grow into that space, because they're a very powerful, very, they have, I guess I want to say like they have an expanded aura, or naturally they take up a lot of space, something along those lines. Did I say something about them being humble? The next thing is, after intimidating to some, humble, and values respect and morals. Yeah, they feel very deliberate. They watch a lot too. They're very observant too. I want to say maybe more towards, no, I don't. I was gonna say maybe more logically, but it's not. It's again with that like intermingling, the weaving of both the logic and the emotion, the intuition, sensing, and the knowing, or rationalizing. But I underlined respect twice, because that felt very, very prominent within them. And I wonder if also it's kind of underlined because some, maybe you or maybe some others could misunderstand this being and not recognize the love that, or the amount of thought that has gone into their actions. I think that because of their power, a lot of people might think that they are, what's that word? Kind of just using it without thinking, or like that they have a privilege that they can just do anything and it kind of works out for them. But people don't recognize just how much they internalize their entire experience, and how much they have a desire to move in the way that is most like morally correct. I feel like this being might have very strong right and wrong, and they like to keep themselves, and they like others also. I'm just seeing two sparrows. They're so cute. I wonder if this pile is connected to birds. Oh. Okay, looking up made my eyes like remember their tiredness. Yeah, I feel like this connection also could be feeling extremely tired from so much integration, whether they recognize that that's where it's coming from or not. For the most part, I feel like they do. Yeah, morals. They have strong morals. And right and wrong. Okay, the next point is they're protective without being overbearing. That's like you. I guess you mirror that within each other. Or you just both hold that. Yeah. Within romantic relationships, they do feel extremely protective, but it's like it's more unseen. Without being overbearing. Yeah, that's why it's unseen. It's because it's like they protect from afar somehow. They're very, very observant. Like, they will, if you're in a romantic partnership with them, they just watch you a lot. Whether that is internally or externally. They hold that presence for you of, I am here. And I'm here strongly. Yeah, again, it's with their power. It's like, it's true protection. It's not like I need to go out and search for the things to protect you from, or I don't know how to word that. It's just more, they just remain within themselves and recognize that that is where their power is. And I feel like more and more this is what they're coming more into, is recognizing just how powerful that is. It's like, I feel like they've known it for a very long time. They've known it for a very long time. But something within them wasn't enabling them to actually integrate it within their like presence. They weren't allowing themselves to actually believe it. They knew it, but they didn't believe it within their body. Or what if they don't have a body, because this is for all beings. Within their, you know what, I'll say body, it doesn't have to mean physical body. Okay. We also have that they are, I keep feeling like scratching a bit with this pile too. What does that, yeah, it's like they're shedding their skin, and they could be feeling very uncomfortable at this time. They could be also feeling very in the dark / in the light, which is the blank. Like, they just don't know what to do. I feel like they would be the one to easily keep their routine going. They feel like someone who definitely have a routine. It's like they can get everything done still, because it's just like out of habit, out of what's that? It's like body memory. But within everything that they're doing very capably, their mind is just like out of it. Or it feels like their presence is just not fully within it. It's like they're just detached. I feel like that's almost a skill of theirs, because they're so watery, to like maneuver their energy into where it is most conducive, or like, yeah, it's almost like they're providing themselves with the space they need to integrate without having to be completely present with it. But it's almost like they're more present with it. Huh? I want to read the perception card now. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone. Something about that natural curiosity. Moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and take a good, hard, deep look at it. Yes, that's what they're doing. They're so invested in the truth. And it could be to do with magic. They might have been recently more awakened to just a greater expanse of truth. It's like they are now recognizing that they were more asleep than they thought, or they just are recognizing that they were asleep in some way. This is a better word for that. Yeah, they're going to the edges of their reality to see what is truth, to find truth, or to, it's like, yeah, it's that moving thing, like the edge of reality. It's like their body, their soul, their consciousness isn't like fully just within, in and centered. It's moving to all different areas. To, I want to get another card for that, because it's not like they're trying to understand the corners of reality. Like, it's not just that. I love that I did, like, reality is a square. The four corners. It's just because this card had like a very square feeling. Okay, we'll get one of these cards for, what was I trying to clarify? Get answers on. Yeah, it's like, why are they moving? Because they move very intuitively, like this. It's not like they're thinking like, oh, I should move my consciousness to provide my body with more space to integrate and expand. Yeah, Sparrow again. It kind of feels like they would be in the way. My mind right now wants to say like, this isn't important for the reading, but it is. It's like I can feel it. Let's go. Whee! It doesn't want cards. We'll see what's on the back of the deck, but okay, the back of the deck did feel relevant. Because it's just, often I'll see this card as like astral projection. They're just not in their body. I feel like they are, maybe it is consciously. Maybe they are exploring stuff like astral projection. But it's like, it both is about that, but mostly it's not. It's like maybe what they're exploring consciously is relevant, but it's not really. Because it feels like mostly this is just a choice for them to make. Like they're just choosing to believe in magic, that kind of thing. And you can explore magic to see if it is true or not, but ultimately we already all know the truth, so it's just about accepting that truth or not. So I guess the logical part of themselves is wanting to find, no, it's emotional too. Okay, I don't get how, but apparently it's emotional too. They're wanting just more proof is what it feels like. Why am I continually shuffling? And it feels like this is a card. Okay. This feels like a seed to me usually. And currently it also feels like a seed. With a lot of different energies going on around it. It's kind of like they are the seed, and now their consciousness is going outside of the circle that they once thought they were trapped in, and they're exploring all these different versions of reality, all these different parts of reality, parts of truth that exist. Yeah, and it's like, while they are seeing these new points, these new things, the actual power is in the fact that they left the circle, or recognized that there was more to the circle. Yeah. There's a lot of movement going on for them. However, first of all, I want to note, however, it's like unseen. Or like, it's weird. It's still weird. Because maybe it doesn't look like they're moving, but they really are. It's kind of almost like they're like pulling back the thing, and then they're gonna let it go at some point, and then you'll see the actual movement. It's like maybe they're going into themselves, like reclusing even more, and then they'll come out with all this new presence of self. Okay, that will be like secured, it will be grounded, it will be reliable. Because again, it's like they can't show any part of themselves that is not reliable, that is not grounded, that is not like secure. Like if they say something, they have thought about that enough to feel confident to say it. Because if they don't feel confident to say something, they won't say it. That's how it feels. Yeah, and that is also the unexpected, because I feel like what they're about to, or at some point will share, express, become, is unexpected in that it's something very new. It's a new energy, but it's not just new, it's new and extremely secure. It's like anyone new to them would think that that's something that they've held within themselves for a very long time and like developed a great sense of whatever that is. But for those who already knew them, it's like, well, how are you so confident in this new thing when you're only just becoming a part of it, or you're only just, I don't know, something. But it's because they've been exploring it within themselves very like secretively. I don't really love the way I explained that, but it's good enough. Now it's time for the hair to come down. What was I gonna say? Because I feel like that was like the side thing before I said something else. Okay, where are we then? If I can't think of that thing. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, I don't quite have it yet. It's like I can see where it's going. Yes, your pile could definitely be associated with birds. I wonder if some of you might even see them as a bird. Or maybe they see you as a bird. Maybe they are a bird. Maybe you are a bird. Who am I to say who's watching this? So my mind is trying to find the next point, which I haven't got through all of this yet. I could just read it, but there's something within this space. I guess part of it is that message that I haven't yet said. It's something about you, and them. Who'd have thought? Oh, maybe it's this. So for the whole video, for every reading, I drew one big image, but there's a section for each pile. So your section is this what I'm like quote unquote supposed to be showing you right now? I just, you know what, it feels like even now a lot is changing. So it's like I need to almost go on a break right now to give time for this whole energy to shift. It's really weird. It's really weird. Maybe it's just like I'm now, it's not to do with me. Curious and curious. 44 on the timer, 44:22. 00:44:22. So anyway, you're reading your part. How do I show you? It's like from this. It's that very top part. So I'll leave that up in case you get anything from that. You also got number 1, which is it's like it is number 1, which is why it's at the top, but it's also, regardless of if it was number 1 or not, it would be at the top. but it's number one because it's at the top, but it's also at the top because it's number one. It's also neither of them. What do I say about yours? Because drawing this and your drawing, I guess I should note, but I feel like it's obvious. You feel very intuitive, but this is intuitively drawn. Like these hold energetic reason. ReZero, the anime, could be significant. That just came to my head. And I haven't watched that, so it's like there's something about blankness or unfulfilled or this could just be that you haven't been in a relationship, however you define that kind of thing, with this being. Maybe you just sense them within yourself, because there's something about that I want to express that hasn't quite made itself come to the surface to be said. It's like, I can't say it, I don't know why. It's a really difficult energy to explain, this one. I guess I'll continue with that. I also did like a meditation for each pile, and for yours I was kind of putting myself in the shoes of this connection, and did I write it down? I feel like I wrote it down, so I wrote a bit of it down at least. Okay, so pile 1, for yours / theirs. They were climbing up the stairs. It was very dark. And then, yeah, and the climbing up the stairs, it felt like that is them very, very like Capricornian, very dedicated, very, they seek better. And I feel, I wouldn't personally use that term, but I feel like they want to be better. Whatever better is for them, they want that. And they do the work to get it. There's so much like beneath the surface with them. Okay. I wonder if some of you have like seen them. Or maybe, I get that you're in different kind of connections with them. It's just, to some degree, you can see how they don't express everything that they are. We'll go with that. I'm just feeling like you already knew that. It's like, what was the point in me saying that? There was a point, because I feel like you haven't fully integrated that knowing. I feel like some of you, or all of you, you're very, very intuitive, but I feel like you might doubt the degree that you are intuitive too. Yeah. So anyway, they were climbing up the stairs. I feel like you're going into like a rap then. They were climbing up the stairs. What does that mean? It feels like something about expression. A few times now I've wanted to say, or the thought has come up to say, they might be extremely, or just they might be very like jokey or comedic or light-hearted on the surface. But my resistance to saying that, and why I haven't said that, is because it's like, I don't think they are in the slightest. It's like, what I'm seeing of their energy is like, there's no way that's true, right? But I feel like it could be. You would know if they're like that or not. I have like so much resistance to saying it because my image of them is so serious and so like internal and within themselves and just like well put together, and or at least I feel like they don't feel well put together because of all this flowing within them. But they appear to be that way. They might just be very like charismatic, even if they're not necessarily like the class clown kind of jokester type. They might just have a way with words. I don't want to say that quite. Yes, that. Especially with me wanting to like rap or like poetry. Say of the poetry. I can't get the energy. Or I get the energy, but it's not something easily understood. Okay, we'll continue on. So, climbing up the stairs. Yeah, it's just that climbing up the stairs part was like half of the thing. It was very significant. I was in like felt like a dark forest, I think. And as them. And then climbing up. I like opened the door to climb up the stairs, I think. And then down the light. Oh yeah, because climbing up the stairs was really dark. But then when I got to the top, it became really light, and I went down like a chute or like down a slide, as far as you can go. Yeah, I put rainforest question mark. I wrote this like not way, but a little bit after the meditations, so I had already forgotten tons because I went into a very deep trance, and it was kind of like dreaming. It's like if you don't write it down immediately, even when you think like I'll remember it, it's like no, I didn't. But the energy of theirs. Oh, rainforest, because yeah, it's like it wasn't just a forest that's dark, it's rain, it's like water. Emotions. Also just so much abundance, like they feel very full. Very full. Even if that like fullness might be different to what like the term abundance feels like. Like they are still very abundant, but it just feels like a bit different to like, I don't know, how my brain of like more colour would see abundance as. Yeah, so down the chute. Yeah, so it's like they climbed up and then they went down just as it just kept going, like infinitely down. And the message I got from that immediately was that they just go to the deepest depths. Like they want the ultimate truth. They want the ultimate like depths of emotion within connections, or true. They have to be really invested in everything they do, whether that is like where they live or if they have a career, what they do in life, who they're with. It's all they want, like the core. They want the core of everything. But I think they can be very afraid of that too. And I'm not sure how much they're aware of that fear. It might range depending on depending on the being watching. Or not the watching, you're the watching. Your connections. Your connection might depend. So this is their energy, right? How I was at the start felt very like, okay, we're doing this, and this. I felt more energized essentially, and now I just feel like curling up and being very cozy, and it's like that. It's like they're a very extrovert, but they're also a very, very introvert. Their energy just makes me want to not say anything and just, but they also feel very communicative. It's so interesting. The dichotomy. Not that I know what that word means, but I think I used it correctly. Okay, we'll continue. They're independent and powerful, especially in their chosen craft. Yeah. They just feel like they know what they're doing in their area of expertise. They really know what they're doing. Meticulous and orderly, follow through always. And okay, the quote at the end that they said was, "My word is my power and my word is my purpose." And I put like a square around purpose. And I didn't quite get what that meant. That whole, my word is my power and my word is my purpose. Again, like word, I was saying, it's like they don't feel like speaking, but they also feel very communicative. Which just does sound like they're very intentional with what they say. They like to speak when they're ready to speak. My word is my power and my word is my purpose. Are they a writer? I say that like jokingly because it's like there's so much more to this than just they often write. Like it's about the weight of their words. The weight of their words. Also feels like the weight of the world. I feel like they care so much. And I feel like they could be a very collective oriented person or being. Like they, and with the humble thing, it's like they feel very like they're always looking outside of themselves. I feel like they want to, they have this, again, relationship with like goodness or righteousness, or right, not righteousness, rightness, being right, doing right. Yeah, it's more like doing right. To be right. But it's like they want that for the world or the universe or existence or other beings. It's like they hold everyone in their heart. And they feel everyone too. They're very collective oriented or other oriented. Yeah, because it's like, yes, collective, but it's like they almost see the collective as a very intimate relationship. And then also like we already spoke about, within relationships, romantic relationships, or any relationships really, but what I was seeing was within a romantic relationship, they have that strong, that protective energy that we were talking about. It's like they're really looking at the other. And I think that that's actually part of what they're going through now. And I'm wanting to hold the black tourmaline. Yeah, it's like they're so used to always caring for others or always looking at others. It's like caring for others in a very I don't know that everyone around them would see them as this like archetype of the carer, but they're so the carer. I think it's, again, because so much for them is internal, and I feel like people don't recognize just how much like energy they put into every one of their actions. I'm just kind of seeing examples of really like mundane things or simple things that like, but it's simple to other people, but to them it's not simple. To them, they put their heart into that. Or they recognize why they're doing that. They do it with intention, with, like, I heard the word integrity. They have, like, they literally got the heart chakra card. They have so much love within them. They care so, I just want to say again, like, they care so much for others. But I think they're really misunderstood. Because I think that their form of caring might just look different to what is either expected of them or what is often seen as that emotion of caring. Like, it's not necessarily always coming through actions. It's just kind of, I'm seeing this seahorse spirit, like, it just emanates out of them, that feeling of love that they have for everyone or everything. I was gonna say, oh yeah, so this whole like transformation that they're going through feels like it's to do with shifting, it's bringing into balance, it's bringing more focus to themselves. It's basically just bringing that love, extending that love to themselves also, because I feel like they were probably, I don't want to say raised, because I'm seeing loads of examples of beings that it's not necessarily like how they were raised, which is why they are the way they are, but it kind of is. Essentially they come from being very other oriented, and they're bringing that, extending that, expanding that to including themselves. Yes, and that is your reading. I think that we'll end it there. But I didn't really say anything about this top part. I heard it's included in this. Okay. I just got like cool messages when I was like drawing it, so no, I heard again. No, it's been shared. Okay, is that it then? Just looking around. I didn't like say anything about the shell either, other than that transformation, and I feel like it's happening. Like, I just cracked more of it. I don't know how else to word this other than like, it's happening now. Like, it's happening, because it's like during the literal reading I smashed it. It's like, it's happening. I feel like I had more messages to share with you. Like I said, like, this reading has been in the works for a long time. It's not like in the works, but, well, kind of, in a weird way. I've just had the piles laid out on my desk for like over a week, and keep being every day like, is it time yet? Is it time yet? And it felt very like pile one. This is to do with pile one, like the entire time. Or at least like 95% of the time. So that could be the energy you're in. It could be them, but it feels more like you, because it's yeah, I don't need to explain why. Yeah, you could be waiting on their expansion. Again, with seeing that you were like the observer. Okay, well, I wanted to note also, it's like, I just want to give you more perspective on this reading, because it's like, the other readings won't be like this. I can feel it. It's like, I want to show you how, I want to show you your level of awareness. Or your level of, like, your level of protection, like how much you feel protective over this connection, this being, or just how it's not necessarily like protection, it's just like love. Space holding? Okay. I keep getting like shown or told that it's like, no, I've said enough. It's like they don't need to, they already know enough. I don't need to be saying this for them. Okay, well, I love you, pile number 1, and that is your reading. See you in another pile or another reading or never, and I wish you a wonderful life. And a wonderful connection. Whether it's with them or whether this has brought clarity to releasing your connection with them more, or whatever it may be for you. Love. I wish you love. Okay, namaste. Now, and the video stays on. Now, the question is, for those of you who remain, what do I do with my hair? And do I go on to pile number 2 already, or do I pause this? Well, I guess I'll put your reading away at least. Oh, I'm scared now because it's like this reading has felt so significant that this is the first time of all the readings I've done that I'm like, should I keep these cards out in case I have to like redo the reading in case I'm not satisfied? Because especially at the start, like this reading started really weirdly, I think. Or I just felt weird when I started it. Or like the intro, I just felt not out of it, but like, I don't know. Even now I'm like bringing awareness to like, I'm in reading mode right now. It's like I don't feel fully like myself. I'm in the like channel. Do I put the cards away? I'm gonna put them away. But that's really scary. It's like, yeah, you did it. You did the reading. It's like, it felt like such a special and like powerful reading, and I just don't know if I'm being like told it. You did it. You did it. Whew, I feel emotional. And I feel, oh, well, I guess that could be the next pile, but I think it's just me. But I feel, okay. I don't know if this is just to do with my own, like what this reading signifies for me. Signifies release. Because that pile 1, it's like I got brought into pile 1's energy for like a long time, and I think it was so that I could fully express the energy of it, and it's like now I can release all of that. It's like it's not just about now I can release it, but it's just multifaceted in its release. So rip. I ripped it. It's gone. Now it's gone doubly as much. Now it's gone quadruply as much. That's a lot of paper. I want to scream again. I did it. Oh god. Won't rip another time. Yes, it will. No. Oh, I feel so nervous. Not nervous. I don't even know what to explain. What this emotion is. Okay, I'm starting to get into pile 2's energy now. Oh, it's just like, that was a big... I almost want to open the window. But almost. Do I? All this eggshell. Just crumbled eggshell on my desk. I didn't even talk about the pictures I took on the walk. Moles! If anyone for okay, I guess it could be not for everyone, but if anyone is here from pile 1, moles could be significant for you, like the animal. I just remember like you can have moles on the face, or like body, but the animal. Any other things? Such heart connection. Spin it. Okay. I still haven't put those two away. I can put the black pen away too. I can finally use my black pen. Not that I couldn't have before, but it's like, it just felt wrong to take one of the pens from their places. I think I might put... Okay, no. I think there was something about having hair down for that first pile. I don't know what it was though. And I always feel like it's easier to channel when it's up. So maybe I was supposed to be bad at channeling in the first. I feel like it was quite to do with the emotion of it. It's like they were very it's like they were supposed to be mysterious. They were supposed to be, yeah, that pile is, because those watching that pile are all very intuitive. It's like they're supposed to trust their intuition. They had a very particular reason for that reading. Yeah. I can finally have my serious card in my mini deck again. I kind of want to... Oh no, it was my phone. I was gonna say, I kind of want to like look at how long ago I started this reading. Not like 1 hour 12 and 16 seconds, but like 2 weeks ago kind of thing. I think I'll put my pile number 1's crystal away too. And final serious card. So cool that they had 2 seriouses. From a teacher deck. Ooh, hair. I had to like remember to like contort my body then, because these trousers have like a huge hole in the back, which is why I usually wear a dress with it. But in case the dress was like up, non-flowed down, I could just cut it out. But I should probably remember to like check that. I might write that down actually. Ooh, more hairs. At 1:13 we'll check. Let's make a note of that, shall we? Pencil. 1:13. Like 00. Check for trouser reveal. This next pile is so light. I love it. The first pile is like woong, gung, gung. It's like even then I didn't actually go into that energy. It's because I was like so happy about the second energy that it's like I was trying to describe the first energy of like deep and dark without with remaining in the like happiness. I like pile number 2. I love the in-between parts of readings too. It's like, this is the best. It's like I get to like start tapping into the next pile, but mainly it's just like, I don't know, this is just like I love the in-between parts. I feel like, no, I was starting I was starting to question then, like, do I do readings not authentically, and should I be more like natural during readings like this, because it feels like less forced. But then I was just shown, like, no, the readings are supposed to feel more specific and less free, because you're trying to express certain things. But right now it's like I can just express anything. And I like having both of them. And I just feel like if I found someone I resonated with, seeing like in between parts would be really fun too. I'm so excited for pile 2. Okay, hello pile 2. I love your energy. / I love the energy of your connection, your being, your person, your thing. But so playful, so playful. I went to like say like hello, but then I realized that on a slip of paper that I've written for each pile, your pile number 2, your, like, it was kind of channeled from your person, your being, your connection, and the first thing they said was hello. I also note how I write each pile, and your number 2 was very like large, and there's 2 like lines up which kind of look like a quotation mark. This pile feels very talkative, very playful, very talkative. And so within your so your crystal was the labradorite turtle or tortoise. For now, we'll call him a mutation of both. A tortoise. Yes, a tortoise. Your cards? I feel like I was about to say something. Maybe it was just the cards. You got that crystal. As well as the beech tree card, which is about like knowledge and writing and like information. And there's a lot of like talking feeling to this, and also like playing with words. Oh yeah. I began saying that before I said tortoise. You also got Roger from American Dad for like a character card. So you this connection that like we're on about, this is Roger, right? Like that's who you had in mind. If not, you should probably click another pile. Then the like every single time, and it will get annoying if you're a part of if you watch multiple of my readings with these cards, that I always say, like, I always forget what these cards are called, and then I like immediately remember. Sacred geometry cards. You got root chakra and fertility, which was really interesting because this whole energy felt so like juvenile, playful, non like grounded, but it's like they got this is for them. They got root chakra too. And fertility, it's like I just said this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Ooh! I guess for some of you, you could even be questioning if you have come into contact with this energy. Well, you have, presumably. Maybe not. Maybe some of you blind chose, but some of you, upon connecting with this energy, would have questioned the kind of the depth, but more so like the stability, or the like long lastingness, or the almost the maturity of this being, this connection, whoever, when I say connection, I'm not really meaning the two of you or the multiple of you, I'm meaning just them, like your connection, like them. Yeah, you may have questioned it. I just had questioned their integrity too. It's just funny because he chose Roger. If you know anything about Roger, his morals aren't exactly integrous. If I use those terms correctly. I just want to sing with your pile. It's like I want to just say gobbledygook and play with you, which is what their energy is. It's like they're so playful and they just want to enjoy life, and I feel like you maybe question that. It's like I feel like you would love that. I feel it within the like solar plexus of like that joy, that fire. This is the last card. That fire of life. I was kind of wondering how this came into play also, because of how I usually view this card, but this time it feels like, okay, it says burning up the old, which it does feel like that, like moving. I want to say everyone is moving into a new form of expression is what I heard. However that expression looks to you, whether that is more about life or about actually finding a particular like fertility, a particular like creation, for example. I love birds, but looking up when my eyes are tired makes my eyes water. Yeah, so what I was actually seeing about this fire card initially then was that solar energy of just fired up with life. I feel like I'm trying to work out in my head like who this is, because yes, this is your connection and it feels like they are naturally in this energy, but I feel like there's wanting to be a message of that is what they do for you too, and there's a message of allowing that. I feel like you might have a lot of fear to do with this connection actually, and it's almost like I feel like if this connection sees your fear, they might put on the like jovial playfulness, like quote unquote act. I just don't know how else to say it more strongly, because they're trying to like shake off the nerves or shake off the fears, but I feel like that might even push you further into the like you feel quite like in freeze mode, like, you know, like fight, flight or freeze. I feel like you might just be a bit like unsure, but this reading is intended to be more directed towards their energy. Okay, so where do we go from here? I guess talking about this root chakra again. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and, yeah, a lot of fire, like a lot of pure energy. And with the fertility card, it's like, I heard there's more. That's not what I was trying to say though. What was it with this? There's a very particular message with this, and I think we'll get to it later. But you can bear in mind the energy of like seeding something new. And it's interesting that this reading is actually taking on a bit more of like guidance for you. So I wonder if you have come to this reading because you are aware of this connection, this energy, their energy, and you're unsure about it. You want clarity on it because from waveringness, or having that waveringness within your like intention for this reading. Did I finish reading this? The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Yeah, I feel like you will find this connection is, I don't know how to explain this. I'm just trying to find the words. It's like they have an ability to hold you in a way that it's like the way their eyes, it's like the way they see you. It's not necessarily the way they see life, it's like the way they see you allows you to breathe. It's like when you're joking, because I feel like there will be a lot of play within this actual like connection this time, not just them but like the relationship. A lot of play, but it's like as soon as I'm seeing like a break in that and just like looking at each other, and it's like or just them looking at you even, it's like you can breathe easy when that happens, because it's like you remember or you see the truth of them. And it's not to say that the other parts of them aren't the truth, it's just that they're not the way they are from fear or from discontent or trying to hide anything. I wonder if you've been in similar dynamics before with other beings who use lightheartedness as a form of escape, as opposed to a form of expression and just love with that groundedness. Because they have 2 feet on the ground. I get your energy is actually coming through a lot in this reading. I feel like you can breathe easy with them. And it makes me want to cry. And it's bringing me to this fire card, which feels like it's talking for you also, of like, for both of you. But you feel like, no, I don't want to say mirroring, because it's like this connection brings 2 different things for you each, and not necessarily like mirrored. It's just, you're both gaining from this connection is what I want to say. And you're both gaining a new way of life. I want to say a new perspective on life, but it's more of an internal state than that. It's more, not that perspective isn't internal, but it's like you can both breathe easy but in different ways. It's like the reasons why you couldn't breathe easy were different, but it's the same thing that brings it. It's both. It's that sight, that soul, that being within each other's presence that brings the comfort, but that comfort is particularly expanded within certain areas of life. So shall we see where? No, the areas aren't important. Okay, so I'll begin reading a bit more of this, and I also want to note I have a couple of things to share. Actually, let's put this pencil away. Okay. So I have this with paper to read, and I did like a meditation for each pile, so I'll relay what was in yours, directed at your being, your connection, this energy. And then also a drawing. So this is every pile, and so pile 1 was the top, like from that part upwards was pile 1, and your pile is like, their energy is this. Does it feel like that? Yes. That. Quite a big, it feels like they took up a lot of space. They felt rushed. when I was drawing that, I remember that they felt like they wanted to get ahead or get to the next thing. I kind of felt like they wanted to take up a lot of space, their energy within this drawing. However, they didn't really want to, like, they didn't really care what was in it. It's kind of like they just feel like they want to have fun. They don't really care how they have fun. I wonder if they don't have like a particular like passion project or something that they're working on. It's just kind of like they bring joy to whatever they're working on or whatever they're experiencing in life, however they want to go about living. They just want to bring joy to it. They want to bring play. And I wonder if there's a strong message within this reading of, like, I wonder if that is part of what scares you, that maybe you're very intentional and you have particular drives, or think you have like a passion project, and you're maybe questioning why they don't, or like you're nervous for that reason, or not necessarily nervous, just what's that word? It's not insecure either, it's just like you're questioning, you're unsure. And that root chakra and fertility is like, this is just the beginning. Like, this, don't let where they're at now in life determine where they will be or where they're going or how they want to live tomorrow, because they seem very mutable, as if they could just flip-flop, have a, like, going from like, I don't know anything about life to I want this exact particular path in life. They wear their heart on their sleeve in that. So I almost went to say, like, there's more to them than meets the eye, but there's not. It's like they are completely themselves. And the way there's more to them than meets the eye, like, is coming through is like, they won't always be what they are now. It's like they show everything that they are now, but that's not gonna remain like that forever, or for a long time even. Well, probably. It's like they're unpredictable. They're so unpredictable. And I feel like that's what you need. Which is interesting because, again, I'm not trying to give, like, my intention within these readings aren't really to give guidance so much as just providing clarity on what this connection's energy is. But for you, I kind of want to give more guidance. Like, I feel like you need, like, reassurance of it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to feel relieved, and it's okay to feel lighthearted. Yeah. I wonder if you've been through a lot of period, or just a lot of depth within yourself, and I wonder if that felt very dark for a long time, and you're coming into this new period of lightness, like burning out the old way of like almost too much depth, or not necessarily for that time, but for now. And I wonder if this lightheartedness is actually making you question if it's okay. Words, there's so much to do with flow here. It's almost like it doesn't even matter if I don't finish my sentence, because there's more. There's always more. There's always more to this connection. I kind of want to note, I drew this a long time ago, so I don't really remember, but there was something about, it's like all condensed in the center. And I feel like that center is what you resonate with. You resonate with all of it, the whole energy of this connection. However, The center is what will reassure you, I think. But you can't push to get it, that's the thing. This connection feels so like, oh, where is it going today? Like, they move extremely intuitive, but it's not through like, I want to say typical intuition. It's like very just childlike, in the best way possible. They're so open. They're so open. It's adorable. I love it. I am just seeing that they can just get themselves in and out of any situation. They're so mutable. Okay, let us continue. I'll do the meditation part, which during that meditation I was kind of sinking into their energy and then seeing what that brought. So I was kind of like them. So pile 2, so many animals. Oh yeah, pile 2, I was just seeing so many animals everywhere. Was there any particular that I wrote down? No. Okay. Do we go into that part? No, go into this. Okay. Anything about the animals? The animal part just like does flow with their adorability. And their openness. They're so wearing their heart on their sleeves. It's like this joking, this playfulness that they have. It's not out of immaturity, it's out of that maturity of freedom. Oh, it's making me want to cry. So many animals, the most loving yet misunderstood. And I wrote the most loving yet can be misunderstood, but then I crossed out can be because I realized that was just my ego trying to make it be like it can be, like putting less emphasis on it to leave more openness. But the truth is, like, they are very misunderstood. I just said understood then. They have so much energy. Doesn't show their sensitivity. Yeah, it's not always apparent just how vulnerable they are. It's like, it's so apparent. It's like completely out there for everyone to see. But I think that some people will view that as, I'm not sure how to finish that, but it's like people don't realize just like how much that takes to be that child infused, to be that playful, to be that loving is what I want to say. They have the ability, the power to shut that off, but they choose to be that loving, to be that playful, to be that light. Oh, it really makes me want to cry. I put at the end, they're lonely, and I put connection, and also volcanoes, question mark. I think part of, I don't remember because I did this meditation ages ago. I'm so glad I wrote some notes because I wasn't going to write any notes for them. I was like, I'll remember. But it's like when you dream and then you wake up, and if you like remember like the whole dream and you're like, oh, I don't need to write it down. Like, I completely remember this, and then like 5 minutes later you're like, yeah, I don't remember anymore. That's what this felt like because it was going into like a trance-like state. So I believe there was a volcano involved in the meditation, but I don't remember how it was related, but it goes with the fire. Woo! Yeah, they feel so loving. That's just what I want to keep on saying, in like an adorable way. They really love connection. It like brings a lightness to this part of them, like their heart, but like I guess higher heart maybe resonates with them. It's like it takes a weight off their shoulders, because seeing it that way, I feel like they don't stay around anyone for too long, if they can recognize that they're not benefiting them. Again, with that like root chakra, they're very reliable. They have a lot of wisdom, or of like they got a tree. It's like so rooted within themselves and how they desire to experience reality. They're not going to bend to anyone else. They will continue living for that way of being. But that can leave them not surrounded by many people, and that feels very lonely for them, because they love people, but they won't let people take them out of their way of living. Yeah, being in connection, that's like their joy of life. It duplicates all of this funness. It's not even duplicated. It's like it just, to have someone to share that with, it just feels like that's life. That's the top of life for them. Yeah. I want to repeat that again, but I don't think I can say it better, or I don't have the words for it. So some of you might want to re-watch that part again and give it more weight. I just want to sit in that energy for a bit, actually. Oh, I love them. I want to tell you, like, take care of them. And I want to say again, like, don't mistake their playfulness for lacking maturity, because they're a tree. Like, they see a lot. They choose to be that open. They choose to be that loving, that vulnerable, that playful. Yeah, it's like they choose to be lighthearted. And that doesn't mean that they haven't experienced depth and darkness. That just means that they're choosing to live through lightness. Okay, so the next thing I put after like quotation marks, they saying like hello, they put you know me. They put smiley face then too. I feel like with their writing of this, it felt like they were writing the whole thing with me. Whereas pile 1, for example, it was kind of like, if they wanted to speak, they would make me put quotation marks, and then they would step back and be like, no, you can write the rest now. But for them, it's like, it felt more like best friends, like we're both writing it together. And yeah, at the end, we put loads of smiley faces on. It's like they want to be a light for themselves. That's how they want to live regardless, but they also really want to be that for other people. They want to make others smile and laugh and feel that lightness with them. Yeah. Yeah, they love making people laugh. And just smile and be happy. They love spreading happiness. And I want to say that their happiness is very infectious. I was just gonna see someone in a workplace, or it wasn't a workplace, it was like a big hall of some kind, and they were just walking through, but like their joy was just, I could see the other people around them, the other beings were feeling that within themselves because of them, and there's like a gratitude for them, but it can be very overlooked and again misunderstood. Some people might just think they're very lucky, like they don't have problems, like that's why they're happy, but it's, again, I want to say it's their choice to be that way despite everything else that they've experienced or are experiencing. Okay. And a lot of them feel like they could have, I don't know about that. I was gonna say a lot of them feel like they will have transmuted like so much of their trauma or their difficulties. They are in this new phase of life, but that's not true for all of them. I feel like a lot of them still do carry a lot of weight, but yet choose to find the gratitude for life still, or choose to move through that without being so attached to it. They choose to like just integrate love within all that they're experiencing. Okay, so I put infinite play, or we put infinite play, very go with the flow, mutable yet reliable. Mutable yet reliable. Yes, so mutable yet reliable. And I remember seeing the word mutable differently when I wrote this, like slightly differently. It was like, I guess I just saw more of how they really like doing for others. Like that part of their mutability would be like them. I'm just giving like a simple example of like deciding where you want to go out for a meal within a group, and they would be happier going where the others wanted to go or someone else wanted to go because they wanted to see that joy within them, and that was their joy. It's not out of a self-sacrificial kind of way. It's from a state of recognizing that their own personal choice is the choice of someone else. It's not giving your choice to someone else, it's choosing that your choice is the happiness of another. That is your happiness. Yeah. Their happiness. What you see is what you get. Yeah, I already said that. Very pure and open. Want to be with you in every area of life. Oh yeah. Because again, this felt so like they love relationships, they love connection. Yeah, this felt very personal to you. They want to be with you in every area of life. And when I say every, it's like I remember looking at that and being like, is it like every or just like most? And it was like, no, it's every area of life. They love that connection. Yeah, I put best buds, or we put best buds. So much love for you, and I put for you highlighted. So I guess this I forgot about this. I guess this reading, this pile is very much, they are very aware of you watching. Did I say that I underlined you? I think I did, but I did. And I'm making doubly sure that you know. That you know. I have so much love for you. Oh, we put at the end, you know, I feel like, I don't know, I wrote each other's blessing. You two are each other's blessing, and then 2 love hearts. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering about needing to explain that, but I was told that the energy has been brought through. Are there any other parts to this reading? I think that we might have just finished. It feels like an integration that's already going on within you. Or within them. No, I think this is you. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion around this whole reading. I keep wanting to cry. Is that it now? I guess I'll just stay with you. If you just wanted the words of that reading, then namaste, I love you, goodbye. But if you want to stay for a little bit to just feel into this integration energy, then feel free to do so. I actually want to get an animal card for those of you who remain. Peacock. Vibrancy. That feels like them. You are born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. See, that's what it is, I feel like, too. I feel like they have very high self-confidence because they have... Because it feels like they haven't always. It feels like they have... Again, I keep wanting to say they've chosen that. And I feel like they might still find it difficult at times when people misunderstand, or it's not necessarily difficult, it's like it's not so fully integrated within them, I'd say. Maybe it is, actually, I'm not sure. It's like what I'm seeing is others are still misunderstanding that confidence as like sometimes arrogance as opposed to love. And it's like they recognize the effect they have on others, and it's like that scene, they're very truthful. I'll read that card. I might. They have so much fullness, and I think that others can be very jealous of them. And I'm also seeing this quite like there could be others that are very jealous of your connection with it, like your two's relationship, or many's relationship, because it's like, and it's more about them though, because it feels like people are seeing how I'll show you the card. I'm seeing this is them and this is you, and it's like they are very happy. It's like they're glowing in relation to this relationship, and because of that, others are seeing that like boldness, that confidence, that happiness, that like, it's like they were always a peacock, but they've now got a glint in their eye. That's kind of what it feels like. And people are seeing that glint because they're choosing not to hide that glint. They're choosing to be expressive of where they are at currently, or where they will be, or were, because this can be any time frame. And yeah, other people can be irked by that. I want another card actually instead of reading it. I kind of want this for you actually. It's like they're confident in their own way, like they have their own way of living life. They don't follow others, they do it themselves, and because of that they have the aura of like a leader. And others, what about others? All I'm seeing is like they don't like it, but I was trying to get more specific than that. No. Okay, but I guess that's irrelevant. At the back is hummingbird, which just feels like this connection. Miracles. Yeah, they are a joy bringer. I feel like this at the back of the deck might be both of you. You got ram, perseverance. I'll read that in a sec, but this feels like both of you. The back of the deck. Hummingbird, miracles. Yeah, again, with that, like, at the end, you are each other's blessings. It feels like the same things, like, you are each other's miracle. I feel like within this reading, pal 2, it's like, you felt like you all within this relationship, this connection, felt like that connection was your number one desire in life. I'm just seeing that peacock card, it just looks like you're so happy to find each other, or like that was it. Like, that was it. I just heard like you're waiting for lifetimes for this. So I wonder if a lot of you have, or all of you, it's not a lot of you, I feel like it's all of you. It's like you've been separated for a very long time, but you always like remembered each other, because it's not that the words I said were, you've been waiting for lifetimes. It's like you were waiting for this, and it's not necessarily that that's how it played out in every moment, like I'm waiting for them, but within you, you felt that your soul knew like you'll be together again, and that feels like this lifetime. And I wonder if that's how this card plays out for you with perseverance. I wonder if you were working towards this union that may have already happened, or will happen, or is happening. You have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. It feels like they were your mountaintop. Yeah, for some reason it feels like you're reaching them. Because even in the peacock card, it kind of feels like that's where they're standing, and then you came and joined them, kind of thing. Like, I guess that's just how I'm seeing it. Never give up, and good luck will follow. You are a joy bringer, so this is both of you. You bless the world with positivity and love. Again with that, just word blessings. I feel like your connection is a blessing to the world. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. That's adorable. See, I feel like separated or together, you both do spread that miracle of happiness. I just heard you hold on to joy even in the toughest of times. I want to say for you, life may have felt like you really were going up and down, up and down, up and down. Or maybe that like you reached one mountain top and then you saw, oh, actually that's not the peak. And I guess I just want to give more reassurance of if this for you isn't the past or present, that if you're, I guess whatever this reading is, whatever situation you're in, whether you have reached the level of connection with this connection that you're desiring or not. It's like your messages keep going. And I want to say, like, you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. Quite possibly, like, about them. There's something that you, like, knew. And you held on to. It's like you feel something within your soul and you won't let go of that. I feel like there's just so much compassion that wants to come through from, it felt like guides of yours, like saying, like, we see you, and recognizing your perseverance. It's like, yes, encouragement for being persevering, like continue to persevere, but more so this feels like what you have been. You are perseverant. You have been perseverant. And it's also recognition of, like, remembering that while you might have a mountain, you are the ram. Like, it's destined that the ram has that ability to reach the mountaintop. You are the ram. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, is that everything? Okay. Namaste, pile number 2. I love you very much. And see you in another lifetime. See you in this lifetime in another reading. Or this lifetime in another energetic space. I wish you much love. The camera will remain on, so you can just mosey on by or stay with me as I pack away and prepare for pile number 3. Whew, okay, and have my little space of chatting again. I like chatting in between piles. Both. Did pile 1 feel like that? I feel like it did. Was it just your pile earlier? Pile 2's earlier? I feel like both piles have felt like they've needed a lot of integration after hearing that. I don't want to say hearing, because it's like a lot of what you received. A lot of this reading is very, like, energetically receiving, as opposed to just what I'm saying. It is what I'm saying, but it's also more than that. Okay, let's put these cards away. Started off so playful and then it got, like, sad. I guess it was, I felt like crying before the reading. I feel like, I guess the sadness flowed through it, but put the pen away, rip up the, I feel the same as I did with pile number 1. Like, this has felt like such a big reading for me to do. It felt very powerful, very important. At least I gave it a lot of weight. So it's like, now I've done it. I've done it, that's it, literally, I've done it now. It's like, was that? It's like, yes, I feel it, I've done it, I can feel the energy of it. Just trust that I actually did do it. Ripped up your paper. Dropped your paper. Pull that card over there. This card over there. Ooh, there's only 3 piles left now. My space is clearing up. those cards have been on my desk for like so long now that it just feels like normal for them to be there now. 2 of them are gone. Do I get it? I kind of want to continue, but I kind of want a break. I wonder what time it is. Like maybe a snack. Or a nap. Why am I taking them out? I really have to add one. I guess let's see if anyone here wants a card, shall we? Oh, this is a card for me. Do I continue? Okay, I guess it's a card for me because it came out immediately as I said that. I got the Dove card. Spread messages of peace and harmony. Well, that's pretty clear. And Saturn, which is just like hard work. Not that this is hard. Just and flow around obstacles. The obstacle being like, should I get a snack or should I sleep? But it's like, no, keep going. Spread those messages. Fun. Fun. Pile 3 is interesting. It's not how I thought it was going to be, I feel. Oh, maybe it's coming in more now. Oh, pile 3 is interesting. I'll put the crystal of this guy. Pile 2 away. I kind of want this guy actually. Oh, stepped on my deck. I kind of want to get one beforehand of pile 3. Yeah, they need to prepare for something. They have like something. Mermaid. Ugh. Oh yeah, and this is like kind of mermaidy. Pile 3. There they are. Is that? Yeah, Pile 5 is the weird one. The coolest one. Okay. Welcome in pile number 3. The energy of this pile, of your connection, and when I say the word connection, I'm tending to mean like them, the being that you're referring to, that you're intending for this reading to be about. Their energy is so still. It's kind of off-putting in a way. It's like so still. I don't know. It you know what? It's like putting me out of it. I wonder if they're extremely avoidant or just like extremely spiritual and they're just like out of their body right now. If they so happen to usually be in a body. So the cards they got were fairies, which is the one that you chose at the beginning. Flynn Rider from Character Cards, or what's his name? Eugene Fitzherbert. The true name. There's a lot to do with, I don't know if I trust them. There's a lot of this energy. Alchemy. Cosmic Flower. I want to read that now. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Snake. According to your divine essence. Woo. And then I have written, are there three things? Yeah, there are three extra things for me to explain, which are that I've written some things that we'll go over, that I did a drawing for every reading, but there's a specific part for yours. So pile 3, your stash, they are, because this is more about their energy than yours. This is their section is this part. So I feel like you chose this reading because it's like you're wanting clarity on this connection because I don't think you trust it. And the very, I guess, simple explanation or personal perspective that I'm having on this energy is I would agree that being being wary is a protective energy that you are taking on and is important. I keep losing myself with this energy. I think that this connection, they don't know who they are. Or they know who they are, but they're definitely not being it. Okay, let's read what I wrote, because oh wait, that was so there's the drawing, and then I also have a bit of, I did a meditation for each reading, each pile, so I can go through what I received or saw during that. I don't remember what I wrote on this, so because I wrote it a while ago, but we'll read that now. But I just want to note just how out of it my energy is. And there's Neptune in the background. With that cosmic flower, essentially I feel like I almost feel like you're not, okay, you might be trying to connect with their energy, but finding it really difficult, and that might actually be divine, higher loving energies protecting you, stopping you from connecting with their energy. That could be part of it. Part of it, I do just feel like they are somewhat disconnected from their own energy, so it's kind of like boggling. Going back to the cosmic flower card, it's like, so yeah, sorry if this reading feels jumbled, because that's just gonna be this reading. They are very jumbled. Yeah, they feel like they're going in any which direction, and it's not really a choice. It's like it's like they're flowing. It's kind of like their Neptune in that, like, going with the flow of life, but not in a healthy way. It's more like because they're not choosing something, so they're just letting other forces choose for them. Okay, there's the message I keep trying to get to. Why is it not wanting to get to that? Do I go to that later? No, go to that now. Okay, it's just to do with the energy then. Is this them? Okay, so essentially, I feel like you have very strong soul connection to this being, and you've shared many past lives. You have a depth of knowing one another, but they are not in a healthy state in this lifetime, at least at this current moment. Yeah, because the remembrance of a place we call home, you might both resonate with being from the same home or very similar home, or you may just feel like home to one another because you have shared so much love together in past lives / future lives / parallel lives. Your souls love each other, yeah. I'm really curious about the alchemy and snake, and even fairies, because it feels like a lot of magic, a lot of transmutation, and the logical message from that would be like they're changing or they're becoming trustworthy, but I don't feel that. I don't see that. So I wonder if that's your perspective, like perhaps waiting on a change to happen within them, or wanting. It's like, so this guy is from Tangled, the film, or maybe other stuff. And Eugene Fitzherbert is his real name, but he goes by Flynn Rider. And I wonder if it's like, you know this, your connection's real name, and you're waiting on them to be that, or like you're trying to convince them to, you want to convince them to be that, to be their true name, but they're continually expressing their fake name. Okay, I guess it's really hard. It's really weird, this energy. Snake. The weird thing is, like, on the cards I see a lot of like transformation energy. We literally have alchemy, but that's not the energy I'm picking up on. Okay, we'll carry on. So 3. Yeah, I drew like teardrops. This could be a really, really difficult truth for you to integrate, for you to align with, for you to come to terms with. This could be it could be really difficult for you to release this being, this connection, because of the space you hold within your heart, because they feel like home. Because I feel like you really love them, because you see the true them. I just don't think that they're being the true them, or willing to transform or meet you where you're at, or there's so many words I could use for it. What is the weird energy of this? I'm just looking at the drawn image. They're not in their lightness. They're not experiencing through love. I just said nefarious intentions. I don't really know what that means. I feel like my hand is over my heart for you, because I feel like this is difficult for you. Okay, we'll continue with what I've written. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. So, for you, I channeled what their soul was wanting to express to you. Okay, they have written, "It's not me. I love you dearly, and my incarnated self is comforted by you, but I can't be who you need me to be. I know you want us to work, but it's just not meant to be this lifetime. Focus on the lightness you deserve. It'll be okay. We both will. Yeah. You will both be okay." I kind of want to read that again, actually. Oh. So this is their soul speaking. "It's not me. I love you dearly, and my incarnated self is comforted by you, but I can't be who you need me to be. I know you want us to work, but it's just not meant to be this lifetime. Focus on the lightness you deserve. I want to say that again, like focus on the lightness you deserve and desire. It'll be okay. We both will be. Okay. Is there anything about... You chose the moss agate crystal, / that was within this pile. Moss agate. Kind of gives me past lifey feelings, like moss. It's like old and overgrown. Just feels like it's time to move on kind of energy. And there wants to be recognition that it's okay if that is difficult. I feel like it's not difficult. I feel like it's just emotional. Okay. Ooh, some of you might be disagreeing with that. I'm trying to... So I've basically written what I saw in my meditation, but it might take a bit for me to remember the actual images for me to be able to explain. Because the first thing I wrote was I drew loads of lines. I don't know if you can see that. Them. Because that's what I was seeing. It was like I was seeing loads of like trails, lines, energy flows of dark green. Then shooting up. I'm just going to read it. I don't know if it'll make sense or not, but we'll go with it. Then shooting up through it and finally breaking the top of the egg. Okay, oh yeah, because we were like in an egg. Me being the connection. Well, I don't know, this one was a weird meditation for like perspective wise. Breaking the top of the egg and resting with you. Yeah, so I was them and then you were at the top of the egg. I'll explain it more after. And resting with you. My handwriting's so hard to read. And resting with you. When did that and more. Right. Resting with you, but you were ready for the next. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay, so now it makes more sense. This whole transformation energy, they are transforming, or they have transformed, but just not to the degree that you have, or not to the degree that of where you are at. Because what I was seeing is like, this is the bottom of the egg and they transformed all the way out of it and then they rested on top and you were there, but you had just come from like, you can't even see it, like way below, further, and found on top too, but you are now ready to go a whole other level higher, but right now you're sitting with them, kind of waiting for them. Okay, yeah, being together with them felt like this is all I've ever wanted. And I feel like that was both of you. This is all I've ever wanted. Or maybe just you, or maybe just them. I don't remember. And because I don't remember, I'm gonna say it's probably both of you. You kissed and you didn't want to leave them. They didn't think they could rise anymore. Yeah, it's like, it's not necessarily that they were seeing the path forwards and not choosing it. It's they just, within their mind, they can't see any way to progress. They can't see how they can be more, they can't see how they can be more truthful or be more loving. They can't really recognize who you are because they can't really recognize that energy of lightness. And I think it's like they've reached the top of this egg that they've just transformed out of. And it feels like it will be a long time until they can recognize that there are more eggs to transform through. So yeah, they didn't think that they could rise anymore. Okay, so then you leave, and I saw you leaving, and it was kind of like flying, actually. You like flying up through the next egg, and they kind of create like a hologram, is what I was seeing it as, to fly beside you, to pretend that they are with you, evolving, growing, going through this next egg with you. It's like they projected this false self of being there alongside with you, but when you touch it, it vanishes. So it's kind of like testing the actual truth of whether they are at where they're trying to express they are is a falsity, because again, they just don't think that they can. So yeah, when you touch it, it vanishes. And then you reach the next level, and that is where you meet your soulmate. Or I wrote soulmate because that's how I felt when I was writing it. So I feel like whatever you resonate the term soulmate with, it's very similar to that energy. Because there's a lot of different terms that can fall that kind of energy, but the word soulmate, fate, or soul. Oh yeah, I put soul bracket mate because it's like you'll know who it is because you met someone particular, a particular soul. You met. Okay, that's what I'll say then, I guess. It's like you met your soul. It's like your soul, but it's not like you. It's just like who you consider like my soul, who is another one. Okay. So yeah, through you transforming through the next layer, the next egg, you meet your soul mate on that level. And they're immediately pulling you, saying, let's go, let's keep going higher. And you weren't, that was like a shock to you, you weren't really expecting that. And then I thought that made you so happy, so happy, and like motivated or pumped or competitively energized. Like you were just so energized by that, and I just saw you both like flying up together. Essentially it was the energy of you find a match to your own desire, your own way of being. There are those that you love that are like you. And that's not to say like you chose the green for this connection is very, very heart-centered. There's a lot of emotion here. It just feels like in terms of desire for where, like, it's like two desires, like heart desire, like this was what you wanted, but in terms of like soul desire, or like more like your entire being, there's more that you want. Wow, big airplane. It's like you want to fly. You can't stay in density because you desire growth. You desire expansion, lightness. I feel like that might be your reading. Yeah. This connection just feels very, very dark. It feels like it weighs on you. It kind of feels like they need help. But I don't think that you are the help that I just think that they can get that help elsewhere, kind of thing. There's more that aligns with them on their level. And for you to let go is for them to find that elsewhere, and for you to find your help, your love, your connection, your alignment elsewhere too. You're ready for that next ascension, that next egg. Okay, I think that's your reading, pile number 3. Yeah, okay. I love you very much, and namaste. See you in another reading, or another lifetime, or another space pocket. I'll see you in another, or I'll see you never. And either way, I wish you a very, very loving life. Okay, and the camera remains on as I go to the next pile. / go to my water. And pack away. That's a lot of cards that just flipped out. Anyone? Wee! Oh. Cow. Love cows. Isn't that word really weird though? Cow. Yeah, and cows are really weird. Cow. Cow. And wolf. Be independent but work together. Yeah, it's like if you remain from pile 3, it's like, yes, you're separate. You'd be choosing separation, but it's not true separation. Like, independent yet together. Is that what it said? Independent yet together. Like, even when you're apart, you're not really apart. And it's not like you can't have more lifetimes together, like trillions of lifetimes. Just a small pocket of time where your desires are elsewhere. More soul desires are elsewhere. And time to rip up your paper. I just tasted Chinese and got a memory from like when I was a child at like a Chinese buffet place. Just trying to see and wonder if there's a message in that for anyone watching here. It's so nostalgic. If you were considering pile 5, could be. Especially since pile 3 was literally like it's not this being, so there could be another pile that's like, yes, it's this being. So if you were drawn to any piles, but I'm feeling particularly what I felt resonates with what pile 5 will be about. Okay, I'll put a crystal away. I brought up another crystal. Where is him? Where is him? Ah, this guy. Oh, the sheepy's outside. Aren't sheepies the cutest? Okay. Pile 4. How will you go, I wonder? Welcome in, pile number 4. The crystal that is related to your Pleiades card and pile with the red pen is this black and pink heart. The only pile with a heart. And I must say that upon first connecting with this pile, I felt like so much passion. It felt like fiery love. I will say that I have the cards, and then I also have notes that I wrote down for your connections energy. When I say the word connection also, I'm talking less about like the relationship, like connection between you and them, and more about just them, their energy, like your connection. And I've also done a drawing for all the readings, but there's a specific part for yours. So where's yours? Pile 4. So you are, I'm gonna have to look like this. Yours is this, like that. Did you see it? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what I felt when I was drawing this, because this is very intuitively drawn, so there'll be messages within that. But I feel like more than anything, because especially with how the other 3 piles went, it's like I didn't really explain what messages I was getting from this. I just like showed it, and I think that that's the energy that wants to be brought through, even though that wasn't my intention. I thought it would be more like messages, but actually it's more like, here is the energy. Yeah. Okay. I feel like a turkey. That's one thing I remember. I remember when I was drawing this, your pile just felt the most accepting. Like your connection, they're so loving. Like, they have a lot of fire. We'll get into that. Like, a lot of red. There's a lot of passion, but it's like, I want to say beneath that is just, I just heard a heart of gold. They love the light, they love the dark, they just love all existence. I felt no judgment, like just complete clearness, no judgment when I was drawing, to the degree that I felt like I didn't have to draw anything in particular, and they were okay with it. They were just okay. They were just loving me while I was doing it, and I was just like, oh, thank you. I feel like a lot of people or beings have so much gratitude for your connection, for them. I want to say that of all the piles, at least up till this pile feels the most extraterrestrial to me. So like, I channel for any beings, and it feels like for the collections of beings that are listening, or taking in, connecting to this energy of like this reading, this pile would be the most of non-humans. And for the humans that are watching and connecting to this energy, it's like your connection, your human, it's going back to the lovingness. It's like their love is not at a human level. Like, they feel, they got goat, which is like climbing to the top. I feel like they have dug deep to get to this level of acceptance. It's like, my mind wants to say like, but it feels like they were born with this, but I think that is everyone else's perspective. It's like, it's almost like, I want to say, from everyone's perspective, like, you can't get that loving from like work, from doing, like from trying, like you just can't. It's like you have to be born like that. But they weren't. They learned to heal. Because I'm a bit all over the place with this. I wonder if you feel quite all over the place, and there's a strong message here in this being. They don't care about that. They have so much love for you, and it's love, and it's like, it's almost like they don't have sight, because their sight is so energetic. It's in space. It's kind of like, they're not detailed. They have a very abstract view. It's like they just love you. It's like whatever's in that, they'll feel it, but they're not like pinpointed on that. Yeah. but I would say that they would also be able to like label 1,000 things that they love about you. That's so cool. Okay, so the other cards you got were, well, first of all, character card is Lifeline from a game called not League of Legends, Apex Legends. Legends is in the word, in the name. And she's a healer, which just feels like your connection. They're so loving, and it's like just their aura is so healing. But again, with this, it's like a nurse, for example, isn't born with all those skills. It's like they may have like they may have potential that is very aligned, like their natural abilities might strongly align with being a nurse, but they still have to learn all the like practicalities of it. They still have to learn it, essentially. And with Goat, again, especially, oh wow, Pleiades, so healing energy too. With Goat, it's like they worked, they climbed the mountaintop to get to the level of love that they experienced life through. Okay, so integration and dynamic are the two sacred geometry cards. I will proceed to read them in a bit. Not yet though. Well, maybe I'll read them, maybe I won't. Integration and dynamic. Ooh, feels like them. It's because of that like passion, that boldness, like that dynamic feeling that they have, and all so colorful. I would say that this connection, they're very colorful. They may be very like expressive too, with like body language expression, and they may do a lot. I would say that in whatever they do, they have such a healing gentleness to them, even though they feel very like magnetizing, or very, the best way I can think to explain it is like how I'm feeling now is very moving, it's very energetic, but it also has a certain gentleness to it, and that's how they feel. And then the integration card feels like it's like the internal self of them. The frequency of integration supports our remembrance of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. Again, they just accept everything. They're not picking and choosing the right way or the wrong way. They just see way. I love that perspective. Okay. So the other thing, aside from the drawing, the cards, the writing, which we will get to, is I did a meditation for each pile. So I wrote notes, which now will maybe feel a bit random because I did the meditation a while ago. And I'm so glad I wrote notes for it. So when I read it, which I'm going to read it now. Yes, I'm going to read it now. After I just say, they have such a lightness to them. Your connection. And I want to say, like, you picked well. You picked a good one. I feel like, I'm not sure who, but maybe someone that you're close with, they would approve. And I feel like you would value that approval. Not in that it's like you ever needed that, but it's like there's just a certain love that you feel from feeling their love, of seeing you being loved. Yes. Okay, so let's begin trying to express the meditation part. So pile 4, oh yeah, I kind of did this like I was becoming your connection, them. So Oh, even though I haven't really written it like that. It's fine. It's fine to be jumbled. This person thinks it's fine, at least. She drops down from the clouds into his arms. Oh, this one was abstract. Okay, because I felt like it could be either one of you watching. Like some of you are the one that catch. I was seeing it like masculine and feminine, but obviously it doesn't have to be. Just take whatever resonates for you. I was seeing the masculine catching the feminine. The feminine had come down from the clouds, and the reason why I wrote it like that was because I was more the I wasn't either of them. I was just observing them, and so that made me feel like some of you are the one catching and some of you are the one falling. So she drops down from the clouds into his arms. Also, there's something about her coming from the clouds. I don't know what that means though. And I did say like they feel the most extraterrestrial of them. And I keep looking at the goat card with all that lightness coming down. It could be very clear channel, especially since they might do like pick a cards or just like intuitive readings because of how, or they would just be good at it even if they don't do it, or energy work, because they have such an openness and acceptance of everything that they're not trying to pinpoint things again. It's like they would be so allowing, or they just are always so allowing of all energies to flow through. It's just they just have an openness to love in whatever form that takes. Okay. She's incredibly intuitive and oh, is this that pile? I forgot about that. This pile took a different turn again. I want to say this connection, they're very unexpected. You might think you know them and then they show a whole other side to them. Or it's like if you see them as fiery, there's the gentleness to them too. Or if you see them as very I want to say light and almost like naive, there's also the part of them that is very dark and is very deep. Yes, they give off a very naive feeling, but they're not in this. It's like they are, but they're also really not. Yeah. She's incredibly intuitive and dives through the dark blue deep waters. Yeah, I remember it being very dark. It's actually very much like that color blue, dark blue. That's the background to the dynamic card also. Dives through the dark blue deep waters, swimming with so much allure and confidence. Yeah. The way she navigates through, like, that's the way she navigates through life. I'll keep reading and then I'll go over it. My brain just wants to keep coming in, but I'll try and read the whole thing, even though it's bitty. They had an admirer, like this diver, she had an admirer who looked at her very highly, or admirers who look at her very highly. They have multiple selves / aspects which add to their nature of abstract answers. They like giving abstract answers. The way they see life is, again, like I said earlier, very from like a high, not necessarily higher, just from like the no eyes thing. To describe their current and abstract answers, to describe their current answer / self detailedly with intrigue. I'll make sense of this after. It's fine if it doesn't make sense yet. With intrigue / what does that say? Very wise, very wise. detailedly. Current self slash detailed. To describe their current self slash detailedly. Oh, okay. Okay. They love abstract answers. To describe themselves, their current self, detailedly, or to give a current answer to anything of what how they see, would be to limit the truth of their other selves. Like, they have so many aspects of self, so many different versions of who they are, that to give an answer of this is who I am would be to limit all the potential, or not even potential, just to limit all that they are. There's never one self. They're always open to finding more of themselves too, and more of others, but I wanted to emphasize more of themselves. You followed them down deep. I do feel like some of, it's like I said you followed them, and I do feel like most of you are the followers, but some of you, it could be switched, but only do that if you really think so. Most of you, I feel like you're the followers. You followed them down deep. Like, they were like a mermaidy kind of creature, and you were holding onto their tail as they swam down deep into these dark blue oceans, waters, holding their tail. You were thinking that they knew the way, but in reality they never know where they're going. They never knew where they were going either, and everyone has their skill wise way. What does that mean? Believe everyone has their skill wise way. Do you know what that means? Someone who wrote that? Okay, now to give more of a concise message for that. So yeah, essentially they come from the clouds, but they dive down deep into these dark blue waters, and the specifics to note were they felt like they were viewed as very wise, and other people tend to see this like their wisdom is that they know where they're going, or like within their wisdom they know where they're going, or because of their wisdom they know where they're going. But in actuality they just have a way of flowing through life with, yes, trust, but it's more just like intuition. They do have this skill of being able to navigate through the waters, but it's not necessarily trust. But it is trust, but I don't want to limit it to that. Like, they wouldn't want to limit it. There's always more to them. There's always more to them. They're always open to more, because they know there always is more. There's always more to love. And I didn't mean love like there's more things that they can love, but there's more to the essence of love. There's more to it. I want to say the words, you can trust them. You can trust them. Not that they know where they're going, but that they know how to go. I don't know if I fully said this or not, but that thing of like, I saw them like they're very leadershipy, but not at all in a normal leadershipy way. Words. I think that they might even have trouble expressing with words because it might not be trouble, it might just be a choice that they make. But it could be a struggle because they speak through the language of love, of energy, of more okay, it's the language of abstraction. And when I wrote the number 4, it kind of came out looking like the Jupiter symbol, which is of expansion. And it's not detailed, it's higher vision. And I feel like they wouldn't, I keep feeling, I feel like I said that twice, like higher vision, but both times I felt like they wouldn't want me to say that. Like, it's not a higher vision, it's just a zoomed out, or it's like they don't want to label it at all. They don't want to say that anything is one way. They're very detached in that way, but it doesn't feel really like detachment. I feel like most people to view them would see them as very much flowing with love as opposed to observing love. I guess I'll read this part, but I feel like there's more to that meditation part that I haven't fully... A word beginning with E. It's like, sounds like elaborated, or it's not explained. It's not exasperated. Something like one of those words. Yeah, there's something more. Maybe the fact that I hardly spoke about the guy, or the masculine essence, who catches her and then follows her. Catches her and then follows her. Okay, that's what I needed to say. So, within what I have written in notes, I forgot about this. So they want to squeeze and hug you. Like, I felt such a strong that they really want to squeeze and hug you. Oh, I said and, it might have been that. They want to squeeze hug you, like the squeezing kind of hug. There's so much they want to be for you, plus want from you and to do together. So much passion. They hope they're not too overbearing, / too much. They want extra for you. Yeah, they felt like such a Leo in that they just want to see you glow. Like, they want to give you everything. They want the world for you. That's what it felt like. They want the world for you. Yeah, I put they want extra for you. I couldn't quite find the words to say for what that was coming through as, like extra. So that's what was coming through, at least. They want extra for you. To be and give / you have. What does that mean? They want to be extra for you and give you extra. / oh yeah, it doesn't necessarily, I put like you have because it doesn't necessarily have to be coming from them. They just want you to have extra. They're very like detached in that way of like, they just want love for everyone, and part of that is them sharing their own love, but it's like they don't care if it comes from them. They just want love for everyone. Essentially, they have like no ego. I'd give you the world if I could. Okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. They see you as a prize. Yeah, they see you as a prize. I loved the way they saw you. They see you. It's just, it makes them so, I don't know, you just both glow. Like, they give me such a golden aura, and they see you as golden too. So yeah, they see you as a prize. They're so accepting. They're over the top, yet gentle and loving. High intentions is what I wrote. But again with that word high. I don't know what to substitute that with. I feel like at that time high intentions fits. I don't know why. There's something to say about the over the top yet so gentle and loving. Over the top, it's so funny. They're over the top, are they? Yeah, they've been hurt because of that in the past. I want to get another card, I think, for them. Let's get animals. I feel like this is a Beyond Lemuria card, but I want animals, so I'm going to do both. I feel like we're going to get an animal card, put it down, then do the Beyond Lemuria card, and then actually take more note of the animal. Eagle Mastery. They feel quite masterful. Masteryful. At the back we have Heron Patience. It also could take them a while to open up or to show them a lot of the sides of them. I guess that could be coming with, or just for them to open up, yeah. Because I think that's what's to be noted with the over the top, yet so gentle and loving. It could be easy to mistake them as confident when maybe they're more insecure, or it could be easy to mistake them as insecure when they're more confident. There could be also the fact that we have like patience. I feel like they may be being patient with themselves. If they feel like they're holding back, it's like, I want to say they're doing this intentionally. It's not from insecurity. It could go either way. It's like I want to say it's like the opposite of how it seems. It's like if you think it's from they're nervous or they're insecure and that's like coming from fears, it's like no, they're just holding back to protect themselves from wisdom, from maturity, or swapped round. I can't think of another. Maybe it's just that, but interesting. But yeah, for them to feel safe, they may feel like they need to go very slowly. Let's get the Beyond Lemuria cards. I wonder if they're very creative, and I maybe wonder if that's a part of this thing that they are patient with. Maybe they don't show their creations. They don't want to show their creations too like fast, or maybe they don't want to create maybe with you too soon, because for them it's like a very vulnerable state, so they have to always flow with what they're ready for. Evolution. Yeah, we see a lot. I wonder if they just don't feel like that, because to me they don't feel super, they somehow don't feel super like expansion oriented, and yet it's coming through so strongly. On the back is Journey to Self. Does it say Journey to Self? Journey to Wholeness. Yeah. With Evolution. It's like they're so soul-seeking. Love-seeking. I just think that they appear so like almost out of it or without intention. But they are very... It's because they don't know where they're going, but they completely know where they're going. They know that they don't know, and they're not trying to know either. It's like they believe that they are exactly where they need to be. And they have such strong patience. They are exactly where they need to be, and they know that. But other people could view them as being like lacking information, but in a negative sense. Like they should, if they were so masterful, they should they should have that information, or they should be seeking it at least. But they're not seeking it, and they're very content with not knowing. This could have a lot to do with their life direction, or I feel like creation could be a big thing for them, or even could be surrounding you in particular. I just cut it to another bird. So we have two birds of prey, eagle and hawk. Spirit is sending you messages. Yeah, they're so open to the flow of life. They're very co-creative, and it's from a very powerful state. It's like there are other beings, other souls who would take the reins more, and that is in their full alignment. But the very nature of this soul, they recognize the way that they work is so much more allowing for others to, it's not even like allowing for others, it's just they understand the way that they most naturally flow with life. Yeah. I just want to say they're very wise. They're very wise. Ah, low battery. Okay. I think that is about it anyway. Got eagle, evolution, and patience. With the lightness and the acceptance, and with the not necessarily perseverance. I think that's it. It just feels a bit weird. You know why? It's because the other piles felt like they ended on like a slump, or like they ended more like they I don't know how to explain it, other than it's kind of like there was more but there was less. It's like they had stuff to integrate. But you feel like, yes, you do, that there is, or they do, but I just want to say, like, this pile feels so wise that they don't really need to change anything. It's like everything is perfect already. I want to say that for you and this whole relationship reading for you, everything is perfect already. Everything is perfect already. Yes. Okay. Namaste. For you, I almost want to say, like, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I don't usually say that, but yes, I hope you enjoyed the reading. That's cool to say. Yeah. See you in another pile, or another reading, or another day, another lifetime, another space, or never. Much love to you either way, or anyway. And the camera remains on as I pack away for preparing for pile number 5. The final pile. Goofa Goomba pile 5. I'm curious for, because I already know a bit of their energy, and okay, I was gonna say I don't know how easy this is gonna be to explain, but I actually think it's gonna be easier than it would seem. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to finish it before my battery runs out. Run! Yeah, that can be part of why it's gonna need to be concise, because it's like, you gotta be concise with this reading, otherwise the camera will turn off. I love a little game like that, don't you? A little threatening from the phone battery. Be concise or else. When I said that, I saw a pirate. Arr. Are one of you pirates? Watching a pirate movie? Maybe you meet your connection, or your connection. Pirates are significant. And I say that in kind of like a ha 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 way, but I actually do think that's true for some of you. Yeah. I'll put that away too. Oh, Sheepy just like rolled over. Slash fell over. He went like, ah! Okay. Okay. Burp. When I said burp, I like half said something else. Slash said something else in my head, but it didn't actually have a word. Okay. Welcome in pile number 5. I'm really curious about your reading. You may be too, since the card you chose was Another Universe. Your reading is talking about parallel lives. Okay. So your reading is a bit more complicated. So bear with me. To start with, I want to say there are cards within this reading. There is also notes that I'm going to be reading through and trying to explain from a meditation I did. I did one for each reading, and so there is one within your reading. There is also a drawing that I did for, this is for everyone of this video, and your section is the most interesting section, I'd say. At least to me. Because I accidentally drew 6 piles, 6 sections. And I know why, and I will explain it in a bit. But your part of the reading then is... This is so hard. Okay, this part... Okay, there. See, like, this is the pile... This is the number 5. And this is the 6. Okay, I'm trying to remember which one was which. Ooh, that's interesting. That's the first time I put that notebook there. For all the other piles, I didn't. There's your reading it's just set in a different place. You have a different way of navigating through life. You and your connection. So there's cards, there's the drawing, there's the meditation, and then I've also written some notes. So I'll begin by showing you all the cards. So your character card is Kanata from Kanata no Astra. It's a manga / anime, and Kanata is like the self-proclaimed leader who becomes the actual just leader in general. But I find it interesting that I wanted to say self-proclaimed. And I feel like it's because there's gonna be energies within this that you'll have to decide yourself to claim. It's like there's a lot of power in your own recognition of your truth. That goes with the truth of this connection, but also just the truth of yourself. So the final card is dog. Okay. How do I go about starting this explanation? Okay, so essentially some of this reading is gonna be I'm talking about you, and some of you this is about your connection. I think some of you won't even have a connection in... Do you? I'm being told, no, this is about a connection for all of you, even though I was... Okay. Okay, so all of you have a connection. But, oh, there's a... notification. Okay. This is so hard to explain. And it is, okay, I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read this part and then we'll read the meditation and then hopefully my brain will have a better grasp on this situation. You have such... Okay, so a lot of you... I know I said that, but I'm just gonna go with whatever comes. A lot of you are from another universe. So all that is in this existence, and then you're from another place. Beyond all that is. I want to say beyond here. You're from beyond here. So you may be someone who, like, I'm kind of getting goosebumps now. Well, not kind of, I fully am. If you're into like star seeds and knowing where you come from within like galaxies and stars, places within this universe, you may have resonated with a lot of different places. And you may not have been able to find like one place that feels like home to you. And the reason is because your home is elsewhere. Or elsewhere. And that's not for you. Okay. There's something about like extreme mirroring here, but it's not being jolted back. I don't remember what it is yet, but we'll get to it. But just look at the, what's this called, like Vesica Pisces thing. It's, and even with the conception card, they're very similar. You and your connection cross dimensions. You cross what I know to be as reality. I keep wanting to say you're not from here. You're not from here. And here is very, very wide net. Okay, so even when I went to draw your number, which 5, I wanted to draw it as a mirror. That's what I saw. Wait, that look, when I think it is the right way for you, but when I'm seeing the video, when I show it, it's actually the right side up. That looks like a normal number 5. And that looks in non-normal, but okay. It's a flipped number 5. So what I've written is describing you two, yeah, because all the other readings I was just describing the connection, the other being, a complete mirror. There were so many synchronicities about being a mirror. I don't remember them, but they might come through. Such similar energy. Yeah, it was like when I was picking up on your energy and their energy, I just couldn't tell the difference. That's why maybe for none of you this is about you. Maybe all of you this is about your connection, but you just are the same. That it comes through as like, oh, this could be talking about you. So it'll probably, everything will resonate for both, like talking about them, and it will resonate for you because you like are them. Or it's like if you've literally come from another universe, both of you together, then anything, I can't even remember my trail of thought. Everything about this reading, like my mind, I just can't comprehend it. It's like you both are so incomprehensible. And I think that is why this connection will just feel, or does feel, the most special to you, because you're just both from like such a similar place. It's like, imagine the entirety of this universe and then both of you are not from there. It's like, what are the chances of that? And then like imagine how close you must feel because of that. Yeah, I guess we'll say that. Oh yeah, okay. So I felt there is a very strong difference between both of your energies. I'm getting like frustrated now. I feel like you may have tried to understand this connection a lot, and you may be, or you may just be in a state of frustration or confusion. It's like, what is this? And I think that some of it's coming back to me. It's like, I think that you are far more aware than them. And I think that they are like kind of oblivious to your feelings, or oblivious to what your desires are for this connection, or just oblivious to, it's like oblivious to everything. They just have a like oblivious aura. They're just kind of going through life and they're not seeing what to you is just smack bang in your face. Okay. So this is a quote from them. It says, "You see me, you know me, you are me." But it kind of feels like that might have been their soul, like / higher selfie, like not their conscious self. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. And I this could have also been you saying that. Just nothing makes sense in this reading. I just think that that's how you're feeling. It's like, no matter how many more pieces of information you get, nothing makes sense. Or you're just frustrated because they don't see it. Or you don't see it. I feel like it can't be just that they don't see it. It has to be that you don't get it either. Because otherwise, I feel like you wouldn't feel this frustrated. Right? I think it's because you don't believe what you see, and you want them to see it too so that you can believe it. But with that message at the start, it's not about having external validation. It's about you choosing to believe it yourself. Yes. I'm at a lot. Oh wait, that wasn't even me. That was, is that them? I'm just gonna read through this in my mind so it will make sense. I'm just gonna read it all. You can take it however you want to take it. I feel like this is from, I'm not gonna interject. I will just read it all. You can take it how you want to take it. "I'm at a loss for words when I'm with you. You reshape my understanding of reality, of the universe. We're not from here. Where do we fit? In this world of unknowns, you're the only thing that makes sense. Who are we? You're the..." It was so completely obvious that you're the only one. You're the only one. It's becoming clearer. I'll hold that up in case you get something more from reading it, if you can read that. You're the only one. It's so obvious. Yeah, it may even be that you think they're so oblivious, but to them, they already know. It's like they don't need that confirmation because they already knew that. It's like you may be waiting for them to choose you, but it's like they're just taking a weird path to choosing you, and they already know that you're the one. It's so obvious to them. It's so obvious to them that they want you, but there's maybe just loads of parts of them that they're navigating in a weird way to you. And I didn't even mean like towards you, but that too, but I meant actually like to you, they are navigating in a weird way. The English translation of this, or the English title for this anime is called Astro Lost in Space, I think. They get lost in space anyway, regardless of what the name is. And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up of, is feeling lost. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to explain what I'm seeing of energy down there anymore right here. So I am going to try to explain this jumble, which is the meditation. I'm gonna read it out and then I might like try and reword it and explain it afterwards. So this is what I was seeing. Hues of grey and blue. The glass/metal I could put both my hands through. I could both, I couldn't put both of my hands through. I could both put my hands through and also not. It's like it was both like physical and also solid. Yeah, physical and not. So much mirror. No emotions. Rolling from one civilization for millennia to the next in this lifetime place, but with no emotion, simply being, existence. When they/you drop down into a lifetime, they also remain as the observer above. Really like to observe. Not an in-between realm, but they/you may resonate with that since it's similar. Just different form of existence. Okay, so I will try and explain that now. Basically what I was seeing is like part of where you come from, or a part, something that you resonate with, is this space that is in between in feeling. It's not actually in between realms, but it feels like that. So you might resonate with with being from an in-between realm. And it's basically this like plane of existence where you can observe all that is, and you can then, I was seeing you like I said, you have no emotions. It's like within this, or they have no emotions. It's like within this space, the being there was just like you or them, so detached and observing. And then then you like roll around, like you could spend like trillions of years doing like what seems to my mind as nothing, or just like watching, observing all of existence. And then every now and then you just like roll into, like you'd see an era and you gain fascination with it. I don't even want to say the word fascination because it's like you had no emotion. You just chose to roll down into it and then experience being a part of that. And you were always a part of that within that lifetime, but also you stayed observing too. Yeah, it was very like hues of grey and like grey blue. Really weird material. It's like, I almost want to say it feels like a cross between felt, glass and metal, and like ether, and no, I'll keep it with those. Not ether, I don't want to say that one. Simply being, existence, yeah. Is that it? I feel like we haven't really got into your connection. Like this is your romantic connection reading. We have. I feel like that's it though. I heard they chose you long ago. It just might not appear like that. I'm gonna get a couple cards. Tell me more about the like connection. We've got a jumble of cards, which has strong meaning. It's like that's completely it. It's like I feel like you're looking for one answer, but there's so much to this. Like it's not a simple yes and no, or it's not a simple I don't even want to say yes or no. It's like it's just not like straightforward, and it's not meant to be. It's everywhere and nowhere. There's so much to this. And you're already in harmony with one another. Again, it just might not feel like that. I'll show all these cards to you, but I'm not sure if we're gonna get a message from them. But their energy might have been wanting to be a part of the reading, so I shall honour that. Yeah, they definitely do fit. I feel like you'll go on loads of adventures together, slash you have been on loads of adventures together. Lifetime adventures. This isn't the only one. I laughed because it's like, this isn't the only one, like this isn't the only lifetime, but this isn't the only universe. There's so much more going on right now. And you're so incredibly connected. I feel like your connection is the kind of connection that beings from this universe won't understand because they don't have, or maybe they can understand it, but they just don't have it. It's a really weird kind of connection. And I can't explain it, but the best way that I think I could explain it would be that you are the same, that you're one being. It's like I want to say it's like you're the whole universe. You're the whole other universe. And that clicked. That makes sense. That is true, but it just doesn't really no, okay, that's fine. That's a good enough explanation. Belief. I feel like it's just up to you to choose to embody this energy. The knowing, the grandness of it. Only when you embody the grandness of, it's kind of like I feel like you might feel like it's too good to be the truth, but usually the truth is you know, the best possible thing, because otherwise it would be something else. Like, it would be the best possible thing. I feel like that's your reading. There's just strands coming from everywhere. There's strands coming from everywhere, and you're one heart, you're one soul, you're one being, and you're not a being. You're just not comprehensible from this universe, because that's the nature of being in this universe. But I do want to say, what do I want to say? It's like it's time for you to tidy up your belief system of what is true about you, and that goes to what's true about this connection. Yeah, choose to believe it. Choose to believe it is what I'm gonna leave this reading at. Is that it? I feel like going on a meditation for what this is would help with the openness of like the truth. I saw 33333 then. Yes. It's like I feel like you feel like you can't be that magical. You can't be that cool. You can't have like the coolest thing. But I think what you don't realize is that it wouldn't be cool to everyone. Like the truth of you isn't the coolest thing to anyone but you. Because that's the nature of existing. We're always the most loving self, because love is the truth. In other words, yes, you are that magical. Yes, you are that incredible. Yes, you have the best one. You are the best one, the coolest one, the one that you'd most want. Like, you might think that being from another universe is too cool, but everyone who is from this universe would say, no, this is the coolest one. It's just, it's all perspective. I don't know how else to word this. And that's coming from a soul desire, right? A soul perspective that you are connected to. And it's okay if that didn't make sense. It's okay for nothing to make sense. Low battery. It's okay for nothing to make sense, but it does make sense. It just doesn't have to make sense in every single way of your brain. It doesn't have to make sense for everyone else either. It can just make sense for you. What do you believe and what do you want to believe? And you can believe that. Why am I like untying my my dress? There's something about like a big release for you. Like letting your clothes off. Like I just, when I was going over there, I was just putting like a couple, like, I was tidying. Release. There's a need of just letting things be the truth. Letting things be as they are, because they are the highest version of themselves. They are perfect. Everything is okay. Go on that meditation. I implore you. I don't know if that's the right word, but is that it? You are the coolest version of self that you could be. Yeah, it's like I'm wanting to create space for something here. Yeah, it's like this shedding is in order to create space for the truth of your entirety. I'm gonna hold this card up before the very end. Okay, I think that's it. Namaste, beautiful pile number 5s, magical pile number 5s. I will see you if I see you, and if not, I won't see you.